This morning, an investigation is underway after a loss prevention officer was shot at Northstar Mall last night.
John Paul Barajas has an update.
Two suspects are on the loose this morning after a shooting at Northstar Mall last night that caused quite the scare and a massive police presence. We know those suspects are believed to be in their 40s, and they were shoplifting inside the Macy's. That's when they were confronted by a security guard. That then led to the shooting. The security guard was taken to the hospital in stable condition and is expected to be okay. The police then had information that those suspects might have ran back into the store, which caused them to evacuate the store and then lock it down, searching the entire perimeter and inside with officers, EMS, and fire rescue all in tactical gear. They also had K9 units on scene. They came up empty-handed, but as a precaution, they also brought a mass casualty bus because, again, this happened at the mall, so there's dozens of customers, dozens of employees, and they didn't know what could have happened if those suspects were inside and got desperate. Luckily, only one person was hurt and is expected to be okay. Again, the suspects are believed to be in their 40s, and if they're caught, they'll be facing charges of aggravated robbery. At Northstar Mall, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Cleanup is underway following a house fire on the city's north side. This was the scene last night on Stony Pass off of Wetmore Road, right next to McAllister Park. While the people inside the home were not hurt, crews say a dog was killed in the fire. Crews believe a candle was what sparked the flames. Damages are said to be worth around $30,000.
A pair of teens charged in a deadly 2022 shooting is behind bars again after cutting off their ankle monitor. So 17-year-old Isaac Gonzalez and an unnamed 15-year-old were each arrested a year ago after Bexar County deputies say they fired more than 100 gunshots into a far west side home, killing a woman that lived there and injuring another woman inside. According to deputies, the teens targeted the wrong home and they were arrested shortly after, and they were given ankle monitors. So both of them have been on the run for weeks for cutting those monitors off and were arrested within the last week. Both are facing murder charges.
Turning to the Middle East and escalating tensions in the Israel-Hamas war, the Gaza Health Ministry says Israeli military airstrikes on a Gaza refugee camp killed at least 52 Palestinian civilians and injured many more.
Israel confirms it launched those attacks to target Hamas militant leaders. Now, as ABC's Justin Finch reports, the sharp rise in civilian casualties and deaths prompting is the United Nations Secretary General to renew calls for a humanitarian ceasefire.
This morning, Gaza's largest refugee camp now leveled and many lives lost after an Israeli air assault. This doctor saying there are injured everywhere, many working hastily to rescue survivors, including children from the rubble. ABC News determining the airstrikes caused craters consistent with bombs dropped from an aircraft. The Israel Defense Forces confirming it carried out the strikes and that it killed a top Hamas leader and other militants. The IDF accusing Hamas of using civilians as human shields. ABC's Ian Pannell pressing an IDF official on why the Jabalia camp was targeted.
There were secondary explosions and that the subterranean infrastructure also exploded or imploded as a result of some kind of secondary explosion. And that there are quite a lot of casualties in the area, presumably
civilian. Sorry to interrupt. Civilian casualties.
At this stage, I can't confirm that. I assess that is the case.
Israel also bombing southern Gaza. Egyptian media reporting the Rafah gates could open to injured Palestinians today. The U.S. hoping the same applies to Americans.
Roughly 1,000 people who are stuck in Gaza.
On Capitol Hill, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Secretary of State Antony Blinken urging lawmakers to approve defense aid for Israel amid several interruptions from anti-war protesters. Nearly a month into the Israel-Hamas war, FBI Director Christopher Wray warning about the risk of attacks here at home.
The ongoing war in the Middle East has raised the threat of an attack against Americans in the United States to a whole nother level.
And Secretary Blinken has announced plans to travel to Israel Friday for continued talks with Israeli leaders about the Hamas war. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
New scrutiny this morning of the police response to the Lewiston, Maine shootings that left 18 people dead. The Portland Press-Herald reports there was a 12-hour delay between when officials found suspected shooter Robert Card's vehicle and when investigators began using it for tracking and evidence. A local law enforcement official says that slowed the manhunt. Card had displayed signals that his mental health was on a drastic decline.
Rangers taking on Arizona without Adolis Garcia and Max Scherzer due to injuries, but Marcus Semion's 2-run triple and 3-run homer powered Texas to a 10-run lead by the third inning last night. Corey Seager hit another long home run that helped the Rangers beat the Diamondbacks 11-7 to move ahead 3-1 in the World Series. Texas improved to a record 10-0 on the road this season and closed within 1 win of the first title in the 63-season history of a franchise that started as the expansion Washington Senators in 1961. Nathan Eovaldi will try to clinch the third all-wild card World Series tonight against Zach Gallen in a rematch of Game 1 starters. San Antonio Spurs were in Phoenix last night for the first of 2 back-to-back games against the Suns. Keldon Johnson stripped Kevin Durant and made a contested layup with 1.2 seconds left to give the Spurs their only lead of the game and a 115-114 victory over the stunned Suns last night. The Spurs, who trailed by as many as 20 points, broke a 9-game losing streak against Phoenix. Johnson had 27 points to lead San Antonio. Playing in his 4th NBA game, top draft pick Victor Wembanyama missed his first 5 shots before throwing down a sensational dunk in the final seconds of the first half, rather. He scored 18 points and had 8 rebounds in 28 minutes. Devin Vassell also had 18 for our Spurs.